Was there a person born specific for this time? This time to get a good education, to understand technology, to get hired by Canon, to infiltrate Canon, and to defeat the cripple hammer? Oh, I hope so. Hi, I'm Jared Hoyman and welcome to my channel. And if you've been following me for any length of time, well, you can tell I actually changed the channel to my name. It used to be Visible Tour. That's the name of the company I manage and own. When I created this channel around 2015, it was geared specifically for 360 interactive tours. Well, things change, people change, and although the business has changed a little bit in a different direction, the channel has changed quite a bit where it became more reviews and talking about tech stuff and cameras and video and techniques. And so really, I just felt like it was more me than my business anymore. So yes, I changed it to Jared Hoyman. Could I change it again? Yes, that's the fun thing about YouTube. They allow you to change it like twice within 14 days. Do I want to confuse you? No, I would like to stick with Jared Hoyman. I have an original Jared Hoyman channel where I have about 1,700 subscribers. I literally have maybe 6 videos out there. Not bad having 1,700 subscribers. It is just sketch comedy and absurd things, and I hope to add more to it. So I changed that to Jared Breaks the Internet. So if you want to subscribe to that channel, that will encourage me to create some more content. I do have a weird sense of humor, so maybe you'll mesh with that. Enough about that. You're here because of Canon cameras, specifically the Canon R5. Now, I do not own the Canon R5. I have the R7 and I have the R6 Mark II. And when it came to the mirrorless, I started out with the EOS R, went to the R6, went to the R7 along with the R6 last year. And then I added on the R6 Mark II, which, gosh, I got to tell you, it's amazing. And guess what? I keep telling you that I'm working on the review. It's such a specific camera with so much details, and I don't want it to be a long review that I'm having problems condensing it down, but I'm going to, and we're going to get a full review on the R6 Mark II. Meanwhile, there's other videos that you can take a look at and check out my comparisons. So where did the Canon cripple hammer begin? Who created it? How was it invented? When did it come about? Well, I think camera conspiracies had something to do with it, but regardless, they probably just gave a definition, a name to the issue. In 2009, Canon created the 5D Mark II. It blew our minds. What it could do was like a cinema camera. And soon after, it then introduced the Rebel T2i, an intro camera for beginners, and it could do 1080p. Now, I own the XH-A1. This was a camcorder video camera, prosumer, and it cost $4,000. That thing did 1080i, not full 1080p, and now you have a $600-700 T2i that offers 1080p, giving you film look. There is no cripple hammer at this point. They are creating and they're being innovative. So what happened? Fast forward a few years, they start dual pixel autofocus. No other camera is doing this. You have the 70D that is offering this dual pixel autofocus where you can walk and move. Before, you had to do a follow focus. The focus just stunk when it came to video. They were innovative. They were creating these awesome things. There was no cripple hammer. It was soon after that when Sony was getting into the game, when Panasonic was really taking off with their GH series, and they decided, well, you know what? We've got these cinema cameras. Let's take back and not give everybody everything so then they can get these cinema cameras. And that's when this cripple hammer theory started to come into play. So now, fast forward just the last year, they get rid of that 30-minute limitation with the R7. They get rid of the 30-minute limitation with the R6 Mark II. And now the R5 is most likely going to have that 30-minute taken away. which now we're getting into that cinema feeling again. They're going to be adding a new firmware soon. R5 might be something that you want to look at in 2023 and even going into 2024 because the R5 II may not be released for another year, which makes this even more viable at this point in time. Now, am I going to get the R5? Most likely not. I do not have a desire or a need to have all those megapixels. I like the 8K option. I don't shoot 8K, I shoot 4K. If you are an R6 Mark II owner, which I know a bunch of you on this channel are, and you love it, because I love it. I love the R6 Mark II. There really isn't a need for me to own the R5, but if you're looking for that professional camera that you need those megapixels and you don't have the R5 and maybe you have an EOS R or the original R6 and you're looking to upgrade, you may want to just go to the new R5, especially with this new firmware update that should be coming any day now. It's going to be awesome. They're going to be introducing the no limit. There's going to be some better focus options. And then there might be some other stuff that we have never heard about that we're not privy to. And if they start making stuff more like the 180-degree shutter rule, they offer a little bit more options, well, then that might entice even me to look at the R5. At this point, I have no desire to buy the R5, the R6 Mark II, and the R7. Awesome combination. The R7 has a B camera, the R6 Mark II has an A camera. And right now, if you're asking yourselves, well, Jared, what are you filming on right now? Well, it's the R7 with the 24-70 2.8 RF at 2.8, and I'm at 24 millimeters, and that's what this looks like. I'm about 3-4 feet away from the camera, and the compression to me works amazing. One of the reasons I would not get the R5 this time in history of Canon is because the R7 and the R6 Mark II and even the R3 offer something pretty amazing, and that is a digital hot shoe. This digital hot shoe allows you to use the XLR 2D by Tascam, which you can put your XLR mics on. Mine happens to be the Sennheiser that I'm using right now, and I love it. I love that option because now you do have more of a cinema option for audio, and it is more professional. So I am a huge believer when it comes to competition in the market. I'm actually more interested in Panasonic than I am Sony. So because of these competitions out there, I believe that Canon is finally giving us what we want. And I know what you really want, what you really, really want. You want more RF options when it comes to third party, because guess what? We don't have any right now. A lot of people are leaving Canon or not switching to Canon because right now there's not any third party options when it comes to autofocus. Well, I believe that will change, but here's my argument about still going to Canon, and that is the glass. When you go to Canon, the L series glass is phenomenal, but even if you don't get the L series glass, if you get amazing Sigma EF and you put it on, or the Tamron EF onto the Canon mirrorless, it's amazing. There is no issue with those adapters at all. I know many of you use the adapters when you're using third-party EF. I use the 70-200 Tamron G2, sharp, amazing. You can check out that video as well. I love it, and I don't think that is a really good excuse for not going with Canon or leaving Canon, especially since they're relatively new in the mirrorless realm, and there's gonna be third-party camera lenses coming out. We know there's going to be, they're just taking their sweet time, so just enjoy the ride. What do you think about the Canon cripple hammer? Is it getting defeated slowly? Leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts on it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because you can join my cult for $1.99 a month. Just kidding, I don't have any fees. Just be part of me. Just be part of me, and I'll be part of you. Tech nerd. Hey, you should check out these videos right here because, well, I created them and they're pretty awesome. You're gonna like them. And Google says you're gonna like them because they put it there. They know you. They know you so good.